Finally, an ex-Danaher Death Squad team member has broken their silence to shed some light as to the reason behind the Danaher Death Squad's split. In his most recent interview on the Jason Chambers podcast, Nicky Rod, when asked about the DDS split, had this to say.
Yeah, there were some issues within the team. Certain people had certain issues with really one person, and I think of any, you got to cut the poison out. Whatever's hurting the team or hurting the majority of the people, you kind of have to eliminate that and focus on competition.
It doesn't take a genius to figure out that Nicky Rod is talking about Gordon Ryan. And this is further reinforced when later in the interview, Nicky was asked about Gordon's stomach issues, and he had this to say.
If you ask me, Gordon's always been fine to compete.
Really?
When shit gets tough, some people go harder and some people quit. Not everybody can deal with having hard practices. I'll just leave it at that.
But one thing that is still confusing people with this whole DDS B team versus New Wave Jiu-Jitsu saga is why Nicky Ryan, Gordon's brother, didn't go with his brother to New Wave Jiu-Jitsu. Instead, he's stayed with the B team. Now, I'm not sure if this is related, but some weeks ago now, Nicky Ryan put up an Instagram story. If anyone tried to block me from making money, I will 100% out them. And if you think this is about Gordon Ryan, you're wrong. It has nothing to do with him. So perhaps from Nicky's perspective, the decision to go with the B team was a monetary one and not necessarily a personality or family issue with his older brother, Gordon. So what is the B team up to now? Well, they've opened up a gym in Austin, Texas, and they've been holding trials and running classes and have been incredibly active on YouTube through a YouTube channel called Count Films. They've released daily vlogs on the team's activities, including banter between team members and showing different technique videos and breakdowns. I think Count Films have been doing a fantastic job, and you haven't seen their content, there's a link to them in the description, so please make sure to check them out. I really like their editing style. It reminds me of like a late 90s skateboarding retro vibe. The B team has also been very active on the competition scene, with Craig Jones winning Polaris 17, taking out Davey Ramos in a unanimous decision, as well as Australia's very own Isaac Mitchell, who won the 2021 IBJJF No-Gi Worlds at Brown Belt, becoming the B team's very first world champion. So congratulations to Isaac, very well deserved. So what about Gordon Ryan and John Danaher and the whole Team New Wave Jiu-Jitsu scene? Well, Gordon Ryan and John Danaher have been teaching at a local Renzo Gracie Academy in Austin, Texas, 2 times per day, and have been doing their own competition training at a different facility in between. There's still no word on when they're opening their own academy under the name Team New Wave Jiu-Jitsu. But in terms of competition, Gordon Ryan is just getting back into the scene now that his stomach issue has been all but resolved against UFC fighter Philip Rowe in an expedition match where there's no winners, no losers, and the rule set is a little bit bizarre. If there's a submission, they simply reset to their feet. So Gordon Ryan promises to be showcasing a lot of escapes in this expedition match to advertise his up-and-coming BJJ Fanatics instructional all about escapes. So from my perspective, it seems like John Danaher and Gordon Ryan are more interested in selling their jiu-jitsu instructionals on BJJ Fanatics, whereas the B team is far more interested in taking their training really seriously, building a team behind the B team name and competing at the elite level. So it's going to be interesting to see whether these two powerhouse teams do clash at the ADCC coming up, but time will tell. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you got something out of it, please feel free to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. New videos just like this every week.